So the trick when you're shooting introductions is to get close to the camera so that people can hear you when you're talking to them.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Alright, today is the day where you finally get to see Project X, also known as how to install a board and batten wall from start to finish. So the first couple of clips are things that we actually showed in a previous video, so it'll just be kind of a recap, but we've got all the supplies listed. We'll include some of the sound bites of while we were doing it and just kind of get you through this project. It was really easy to do and I absolutely love how it turned out. At the end, I will show you what it looks like, and now I just have to finish decorating that room. So let's get into the tutorial. I hope you enjoy. Let's get into this project. All right, here is a quick list of all the supplies that we use. Supplies on one side, the tools you'll need on the other. Now, again, the first step is to go ahead and get those baseboards removed. So to do this, all I did was take a box cutter and I just scored where the caulking was at the top of the baseboard. And then from there, I took a little paint scraper or wall scraper and I just kind of stuck it in there to kind of loosen it up a little bit. And then once I went all the way down the baseboard, it was time to try to get it to remove, and there were nails at the bottom of the baseboard attaching it, and Spence and I found that the easiest way to get rid of those and get this pried off was just to go ahead and use tin snips to cut those little nails. That worked out great, and then Spence just popped this baseboard off with his foot. Yay!
So see how there's got it.
I'm stuck.
Nice.
Good job. Don't sit on things.
Gotta hammer up my butt.
Now, you should wear protective eye gear to do this. Do not do as Spence does. All right, he has gotten the baseboard off with very little damage, except on the ends, but that's okay. They'll be covered up. So this is the last part to come off.
Yeah, so there's probably one more staple.
Yeah, there's
down there.
something happening in there. Oh, there we go. All right. That's what it looks like. Okay, so for this project, all the wood's kind of everywhere, but we are using 1x4s. We ended up buying 6 1x4s to go vertically, and then 2 long ones, one for the bottom and one for the top. Once we figured out the design, it was time to go ahead and measure out our boards and make our marks so we knew where to cut them down. Again, this is customizable, so it'll just depend on what look you want on the wall, but that's what we're gonna do, is just get these all measured out and then take them down to the workshop and cut them with our miter saw. Oh, baby. Now that the boards are all cut, Spence is just notching out the baseboard that's kind of butted up against this wall so that the board can slide in and fit snugly up against the corner of the wall there. And then once he gets that notched out, we're ready to start working on applying our boards. The third major step here is to go ahead and take some liquid nails and apply that to your board. And then you're gonna wanna go ahead and stick this up on the wall and then secure it in with a nail gun. If you don't have a nail gun, you certainly could hammer little finishing nails in there to get it done as well. And what we decided to do is we're gonna start with the outside frame. So we're gonna do the far left board, the far right, the top, and the bottom, and then we will work our way through the middle boards.
Yeah, here, take the pressure off of it. The little silver trigger on the back. Squeeze the silver. Squeeze it. There you go. Now that'll take the pressure off. Oh, you're gonna drip on the carpet, baby.
What do I do with it?
So can wipe it off, and then I'll set it over here on the sheet.
Okay. Do I need to write this down?
Maybe. Now,
Don't write it down?
it's now day 37
No, it's not.
of Project X. I'm pretty sure it is.
Pretty sure it's not.
I'm pretty sure we can go look at the video when you announced that you were doing it.
I knew you liked my tape measure.
Uh-huh. A whole lot.
What is that? Not 89. And it's not
88 and 7/16.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Alright. Now we are starting with the center board here to get this one in place, and once we figure out exactly the measurement and where it needs to go on the wall, we are just using our level to help us make sure that the board is straight, and using a mallet to go ahead and tap it whichever direction we need to make sure that it's in the exact location that it needs to be.
You got a sander,
How much did it come off?
but it's the rough end of the board is just rough.
I mean, I got a sanding block downstairs.
Yeah, look. That's it. That's all it is.
Okay.
I don't even have to look.
I wonder if you have to look.
You don't have to look. As good as me.
You could become a whittler and make wooden ducks
Oh yeah, this is super rough.
at craft sales. Fairs.
No, I would make more arty pieces.
Oh, like what?
I would take dimensional lumber
Uh-huh.
and turn it into logs. I'd make it back into the material from whence it came.
What?
As a statement.
To not cut down trees? Or what? What's the statement?
That everything in life has a cycle and it all comes back to the beginning.
That's deep, babe. Very, very deep. Because I could, I could just see like on the streets of, I don't know, somewhere that has street vendors, like that time I went to Seattle and there's all those different, that you're out there and you have this piece of wood and you're just scraping away with the chisel and people just keep standing, waiting to see what you're gonna make, and all you're doing is just literally whittling the entire thing down into sawdust. And that's it. Like you just...
That would be performance art.
And now we are down to the last board. So right where this board needed to go, there was an analog phone jack. So Spence had to go ahead and take the wiring out and get it smooth. And then we found this awesome stuff to patch it with. It's kind of a different material. So let me show you what the patch is all about. So this is a cool way to patch walls. What is it?
I don't know what it was called from the hardware store, but it's basically casting material.
Okay, it's called Hide, Wet, and Set. It's a wall repair patch, and Spence says it's basically like casting material. You dip it in some warm water, and as you can see, he's smoothing it on. And then do you spackle over that or no?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
You can spackle over it and then sand it.
Very nice. And then it just sticks. That's pretty cool.
It's a whole lot lower profile than the other sticky mesh ones that they sell.
It looks sturdier too.
And you can cut it to any size you want real easily.
Yeah, so this is what it is in case you're wondering. Looks like this: Hide, Wet, and Set wall repair patch.
Now just let that set up and dry.
Okay. Now that all the boards are up, it is time to go ahead and caulk around the board. So I'm just going to be using this DAP caulk. It's the Alex Flex for crown molding. It's paintable, waterproof, all that good stuff. So I'm just going to be using this, and I'm going to be going along all of the boards, making sure to get into any of the cracks as best as I can. And then once I have caulked around all of the boards, then you're going to go in, and any nail holes that you have, you're going to want to go in and fill those in with some spackling.
Babe, nobody wants to see all that.
Now it's not focused.
It's because you got too close. You confused it.
Oh. Oh, you just moved back too fast.
I will slowly back.
Gosh. Okay, I got it off without your help.
My car ran real good out there. We had a good race today. We weren't exactly sure, not real sure what to do with my hands.
Okay, get out of the shot, man. I'm trying to work. All right, so we're just now spackling in all the nail holes. I had to hammer some in because Spence is not a good nail putter-upper. No, all the ones that were sticking out were from you. All of mine went in, like all the way.
Put any nails in.
I did too. I did too. You're such a liar. I did too. So yeah, so now we're just, you know, filling all the nail holes. Whoop-de-doo.
So she's filled 4 holes on this board, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boards. So she's gonna fill approximately 20 holes. That's called math.
Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna go fill another board over here.
Oh wait, this board over here?
Yeah, something like that. See? Doop.
1,
It's like putting icing in it.
2.
Okay, I think that's probably enough footage of this because this is just really, there's not much to it. You
Yep,
just-
but I'm in the footage, so people want to see it.
You're not in it. I'm the one doing it. Do you want to do this?
They just want to hear me talk about what you do,
Why don't you come do some?
because you tell me that I suck at this.
Well, the truth hurts sometimes.
Sure, not as much as jumping on a bicycle with the seat missing, but it still hurts.
So Spence is apparently fixing where I did not do a good job. But I would like to argue to say that the board was not flush against the wall there very well, so yeah. Let's see. Let's see how he does here. Not much better than me, I have to say. A little messy there. Wipe your finger off. Don't get so much on the wall. Here.
Now after the caulk and the spackling is all dry and right before we paint, we're just going to go in with some sandpaper, and I will sand the spackling down, make sure it's nice and smooth, and if there's any clumped up caulk anywhere, especially on the side of the boards perhaps from where Spence did this, I'll go ahead and sand that down, and then we are ready to paint.
I'm going to start painting by rolling the panels first, and I'm using Sherwin-Williams Dover White. So I'm going to paint this part first, then I'm going to go in with probably another roller and a paintbrush and do the trim. So, this party started.
So we got the first coat of paint on, but I'm making Courtney go back and fix all of the mistakes that she made right now.
Whatever.
And once she's done fixing her mistakes,
I don't
and
have mistakes.
look, you just got white paint on the gray wall next
I'm
to
not
it.
worried about that. That's gonna be painted. I'm gonna
What?
hire someone to paint the rest of this room. I'm not doing it.
So we're DIYers here, folks. We're gonna hire someone to.
They need work too.
So we're
Support your local painters.
HIYers now. Hire it yourself. And once she's done fixing her mistakes, she's gonna pay somebody else to fix them again, apparently. Not sure why we have to paint this wall if we're hiring somebody to paint the other ones. We'll be back.
All right, here is the finished wall. So really the only thing in this room that's done is this wall. We got the bed in here and then a side table, but the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to finish off the bed. So I've picked out a headboard that I'm gonna order. Then I've picked out some bedding, and then I'm just gonna work my way around the room, getting it all finished. But this is it. This is the board and batten wall. Project X is complete. I love how it turned out. And it really wasn't that hard to do. So if you have any questions, leave them down below, and we will see you guys in the next video. Bye.